Let's pull in ABC's chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pannell. Ian, you are watching this very closely. You're in Tel Aviv right now. Good morning to you, and thank you so much. Let's start off with who will be at the talks today.
So this is a critical moment. It kind of feels different from other moments where there have been negotiations. More people are being pulled and pushed in the same direction. So the key parties, of course, are Hamas and Israel. The Israeli delegation led by Ron Dermer, who's the Minister for Strategic Affairs. He's got very good relations with the United States. They won't talk directly. They are indirect talks. So Egypt is the venue. They will kind of broker the talks, but also a US team involving Steve Witkoff, the special envoy for President Trump, who's been instrumental throughout this process, and Jared Kushner, who is the president's son-in-law, are going to lead the US delegation, and their role is critical.
So what does the current peace plan entail, and what are the essentials?
Yeah, good question, Pedro. So the basic essentials are that after you have a ceasefire, you're going to start this process of releasing the hostages alive and dead, 20 alive, 48 in total. And Hamas says it's going to have to locate the bodies of some of those who have died. And Israel will start to withdraw its forces partially, not entirely, from Gaza. So think of that as phase one. Then comes the issue of negotiating phase two, more tricky, and eventually, hopefully, leading to a lasting end to the war.
So do we know what each side thinks so far? What has Hamas said about the deal? What about Israel?
Yeah, I mean, this is a region for haggling, right? And there's a lot of haggling going on in public. I mean, dare I say it, that if it wasn't for President Trump's sheer force of will, I don't think we'd be at this point. You know, Hamas came out and, as your reporter suggested, released a partial agreement to the 20-point ceasefire. There were some notable exceptions, not least on the issue of disarmament. And Israel was kind of boxed into a corner as well by this. When we first read the statement by Hamas, we thought there was going to be an adverse response from President Trump. But he seems to have just singularly focused on that first point, saying that they are ready to release the hostages. But they had caveats after that. Israel was left with no choice because President Trump said, I want you to stop the bombing now, otherwise we can't move forward. And so their offensive operations, not their defensive, those are still going on. The offensive operations have stopped for now, but it isn't quite a ceasefire yet. For those in Gaza, the bombs are still falling, and all the famine, the suffering, that still goes on.
All right. I mean, what happens next? We will certainly be watching it closely, and you will too. ABC's Ian Pannell reporting live from Tel Aviv. Thank you.